Hey, everybody. It's Dirty Jobs here with Triple Play Fantasy. We are here this evening. New guys coming in, helping out the brand over here and hopefully help you guys out. The show's going to be ADP Showcase Showdown, and we will be back here in about 30 seconds. I don't know if anybody else gets as fired up as I do for that kind of stuff, but man, that intro is just straight fire. Kudos and much appreciated to the Triple Play Fantasy team for having us. I'm Dirty Job. The man on my left is always my man, Jeff. Jeff, how are we doing this evening?
Doing tremendous, man. Great to be with you fellas on a new channel. But as usual, it's always time to get out of that kitchen and rattle those pots and pans, my man. Let's do this.
Excellent. I love it. Down below, my man Joe. Joe, how we doing this evening?
Hey, it's a new era, and we are really ready to rock. So shout out to Triple Play Fantasy. We are ready to bring the noise and just kind of, join the group and kind of do what they do best, which is bring the fantasy football advice you need to cash in, whether it's a win in a league or on your daily site for a Sunday night. We'll be there for you all year long starting tonight, and I'm looking forward to it.
Heck yeah. We're starting this Saturday night, but as the season progresses, once the regular season kicks on, we'll be your DFS guys, and then we'll also be your Sunday start sit guys because we brought the blitz with us, boys. So if you're following along, if you followed us from all the from the channels before with the blitz, welcome. Once again, thanks to Triple Play Fantasy for having us. We're very excited about this opportunity. Very excited to be on this team. It's just, man, I love the new digs. That's all I can say about that. But we're going to go ahead and get this thing started. This is going to be an ADP Showcase Showdown. So what we're going to be doing here is we're taking two guys that are similar in ADP, right? And we did half-point PPR just because that's fairly the standard for people that are at least going to be tuning into a show like this, right? Like, if you're going to be getting on this, you've got to at least have quite a few leagues where you're in that kind of draft. We understand that there's single quarterback leagues, things like that. But the two quarterback PPR, that seems to be the number one. So when you're talking about ADP in that league, you're looking at ADP of Najee Harris coming at 20 and then Travis Etienne coming at 22. So that's the guys that we're going to be talking about. And the way this thing works is we're going to have we got both of these guys that are pro and against. So we got Jeff, who is pro Travis Etienne. He's against Najee Harris. And then Joe, quite the opposite. He's pro Najee Harris, and then he's against Etienne. So we're going to start off. Jeff is going to give us about 2 minutes. He's going to have 2 minutes to sell us on why Travis Etienne's the better pick. And then Joe's going to have 1 minute to discuss why you probably shouldn't do that. And then, again, vice versa. We're going to have Joe talk 2 minutes about Najee Harris, and then we're going to have Jeff have 1 minute to rebuttal. And then we're going to go through our closing arguments on that. Then we're going to call it a night here, guys. So, Jeff, Joe, are you guys ready? You guys ready to do this thing?
What you going to do? Mayor Mace, Najee Harris runs wild on you, brother.
Yeah, that ain't happening looking at his stats, but yeah, we can kick it off, Mikey.
There you go. The shots are already fired. So, Jeff, we're going to go ahead and kick off your 2 minute timer starting now. Go.
Well, let me tell you something. What I have gone by in my fantasy football career has been my gut, and I'm not wrong often. I was way out in front on Adrian Peterson back in the day. I was way out in front on Deebo Samuel. I was way out in front on Cooper Kupp, and Joe knows this. My gut is telling me Travis Etienne is going to be a top 5 guy this year. You can thank me later on when I'm right about halfway through the season. So the Jacksonville Jaguars are turning all of a sudden into an offensive juggernaut. Trevor Lawrence is coming into his own. They added Calvin to Christian Kirk, Zay Jones, and actually a pretty decent offense. Now, I get Travis Etienne last year, he had 1,125 yards rushing. I mean, not exactly up there. I think he was probably 10th or 11th in the league. He had 5 rushing touchdowns, 35 receptions, and 316 yards. No touchdown. But at the start last year, it was him and Robinson. It was James Robinson who was getting the nod. So you have a more inept offense to start the year last year. Etienne, not really the guy, and actually was his second year because he was injured in his first year. So he's got a little backing to him. So coming into this year, there's no question he's the guy. There's an improved offense. Trevor Lawrence is up and coming. They can't necessarily key on the run game all the time. They got a couple of caliber things, weapons. So it's going to be a lot of room for Etienne to get some rushing yards out of the back. And there's some passes out of the backfield as well. Not to mention, and I might be going a little long, man, might stop me, but Travis Etienne has some speed. Pull hard. He once he hits the hole, he goes 20 miles per hour, and he has hit that hole faster than I think like a couple other guys in the league. So Travis Etienne's your guy, my guy. Keep going. Did I lose you guys?
Okay. We are good there as far as that goes. Not bad, not bad. You kind of broke out there for a quick second there on me.
So real quick, I mean, so like what 3/4 of the country is going through, like we have tornado warnings here in Connecticut, and I know it's through the whole East Coast, so reception could be an issue. Jeff went from talking like a normal human being to talking like 3,000 miles per minute based on your reception. It wasn't you, Mish, it was just a reception, but it was hard not to laugh at the end.
Oh, geez.
But the good thing is
that's a hell of a way to start things off on a new station.
Yeah. We'll blame it on the weather.
Once we started selling micro machines to everybody, I went ahead and hit the buzzer, man, because I was like, oh, good God, man, this guy is flat flying right here.
And it started and ended good too. It was just the middle for some reason.
Yep, it just kind of for a quick second there. Like I said, that's why I threw down the buzzer right then. I'm like, well, we'll save this, but man, that'll make for a gift. If you don't get that on your first show, it's not the right thing, right? So, Joe, go ahead. You got 1 minute to answer that. Go ahead.
So, Etienne, in my opinion, I will say he's the home run play out of these two. If you don't want 1,100 yards and 7 or 8 touchdowns, and you either want a shit year or 1,600 yards and 15 touchdowns, Etienne's probably the better play. I think he's got better upside. My issue with him is, the durability, I think, has already come into question with him a little bit. And he fumbled 5 times last year in that rookie year. I believe it was 3 fumbles lost as a rusher and then 2 more fumbles that he didn't lose receiving. So that's a little concerning. Jeff started to allude to kind of the depth that they've had on and off in Jacksonville at the running back position. They used to have James Robinson, obviously, which, at the beginning of last year, people kind of thought that was going to be a timeshare. It didn't end up that way. So, Etienne's going to definitely get the touches, get the carries, be a focal point. But they've improved, whether it's the wide receivers, it's Evan Ingram. They've got a lot of weapons on that team, and they have Trevor Lawrence, who's the real story. So I believe that Etienne is not going to be the same focal point that Pittsburgh's going to need from Najee Harris. Oh, you're on mute, Mikey.
First one to do that too. No, I got you. That's a good point too, as well. Definitely some solid arguments there. So let's go ahead and reset this clock right here. And then Joe, sell us on Najee Harris.
Yeah, so why would I pick Harris over Etienne? And I was looking Harris over his first 2 years where he's really been the bell cow for Pittsburgh. And the first thing that stuck out to me, and obviously we've had a lot of running back talk here in the NFL lately, what they deserve to get, what they're worth, what they're not. But the bottom line with Najee Harris is he's played 34 straight games in the NFL, 17 games, 2 years straight. So he's durable, which in the 2023 National Football League, finding that at all in a starting running back right off the bat puts you a leg up in a lot of your opponents. So I love the durability that Harris has shown, where he, it's still being a physical running back. We're not talking about a Christian McCaffrey who's lining up on the outside. He's catching a ball. They're doing all sorts of deceptive type things for him. Najee Harris is basically, it's 3rd and 1. We're running the ball with Najee Harris. Everybody knows it. We're not trying to fool you. And he's going to use his power, and we're going to use our offensive line to get that yard. So I like that about Harris. I don't see that changing. He played with a rookie quarterback last year in Kenny Pickett. I see progression there. Everything coming out of Pittsburgh is there's still a lot of excitement there. The more that Pickett evolves year 2, that's going to make Harris better. And I really like that about Harris. 272 rushes last year. That's a lot. And I don't see that changing. If anything, that could go up again. He had 1,034 yards, 3.8 yards a carry. Not phenomenal, but for the style runner that he is, I don't expect that to change much. But as long as you're getting those 250 plus carries, that's still going to translate into 1,000 yards rushing. He's had 7 touchdowns each of his first 2 seasons. I don't see that decreasing. I see only room for that to go up. And then the other thing that I'm loving about Najee Harris, the depth chart behind him is Jaylen Warren and Anthony McFarland. Point, set, game, match. There ain't anybody else to hand the ball off to.
Right on time, even, man. Like, that was perfect timing right there. Definitely like that argument for Najee, but Jeff, what can you tell us that's wrong with that? Why don't you go ahead and let us know?
You're gonna hit me with point, set, game, match with Jaylen Warren as a backup, Joe. I mean, you got to go stronger than that, dude. Let me tell you something. Najee Harris is a very, very talented running back, unbelievably shitty offensive team. Okay, so Najee Harris' season
got to
move
around or something.
Average fewer than 4 yards per carry. What's the matter? Okay.
No, your phone, the reception. Change the phone.
This is my computer, so hold on.
Or whatever. Give it a tweak and then go.
So like I was saying, unbelievably shitty team. His yards per carry has been fewer than 4 in the first 2 seasons. What exactly has changed for the Pittsburgh Steelers? They have Kenny Pickett, their quarterback, and their backup is Mitchell Trubisky, and they added Allen Robinson. Ooh, that's going to scare me on my boots from that, to go cover the receivers as opposed to running back. So what makes you think that he's going to average more than 4 yards a carry this coming season?
I don't, but I don't think
that would be it for me.
I don't think he needs to average more than 4 yards a carry. I think if he goes for 250 carries, 1,000 yards, or 275, 1,000 yards, and that 7 to 10 touchdown range, I think you're doing okay there. But yeah, I'm not sure he is a 5 yard per carry guy like Etienne is. He's not that style of runner. What do you think, Mikey, there?
Well, I think that if I've been in this situation several times this year, and for me, it's always been Najee Harris that I've grabbed, but Travis Etienne is actually the guy that I have more of a expectation to succeed. The one thing that I feel like holds Travis Etienne back is Trevor Lawrence, and I feel like they're going to be relying on his arm quite a bit more. I feel like he's going to have a larger average depth of target this year. I don't think it's going to be a whole lot of action in the running back room because I feel like Jacksonville's going to be a team that's going to be playing from maybe not behind, but from a competitive disadvantage, if that makes any sense. I think that they're going to have to throw the ball a lot to stay in a lot of these games if they're going to win as many games as the pundits think that they are. So for me, that's why I kind of lean Najee Harris in this instance, because I feel like the one thing that you can count on in the NFL is Mike Tomlin, right? Mr. Consistent. He's going to do the same thing up, down, left, right every single year. So for me, that's why I lean a little bit heavier towards Najee Harris than Travis Etienne. But man, it's really close. And I mean, that's why we do debates like this. That's why we're able to get you guys to break down this information. And yeah, apologize about the weather. And sorry, we'll make sure, Jeff, we do a little bit of a better connection check. But I mean, we couldn't have really done any more than we really did right there. It just all of a sudden happened right there. Oh, it's not you. I mean, I'm sure it's just the situation that it is. But guys, thank you so very much for having us once again. Triple Play Fantasy. Make sure you guys are liking, subscribing, hitting that bell. You're going to want to get in on this stuff. And especially, like I said, once we get the blitz rocking and rolling, we're going to be here every Sunday with you guys. And then, like I said, man, I've just been trying to catch up on all the content that these guys have. Their baseball stuff is on point. Their basketball stuff is on point. Their football stuff is on point, man. It's a really, really great channel. So make sure you guys are all out there following along. And we will catch you next week, same bat time, same bat channel. And we're going to be talking about a couple of quarterbacks next week. So thank you guys so much. And we will see you